Hi, beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a video on something else than diamond painting. I want to show you how to Tunisian crochet. I'm passionate about crochet in general, and Tunisian crochet, I find it to be a very fun thing to do because the texture that you get is so beautiful, and yeah, it's 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 what it is. But anyways, so the difference between regular crochet and Tunisian crochet is that for Tunisian crochet you keep all the loops that you pick up, you all keep them on your hook. So you've got, when you go from right to left, you pick up the loops. When you go from left to right, you take them off again until you have got one loop left, and then you go back and forth like this. So that's the difference between this and regular crochet or knitting. I don't know if it's in knitting as well. Yes, that you have to turn your row around. In Tunisian crochet you never turn your work around. So that means that on one side you get this beautifully woven texture. I will try to pull it up a little bit so that you can see. So you can see this beautiful texture. On the other side you get like a regular knitted type of texture. I do love this technique to make pillowcases, because then you can always put the beautifully woven side on one side and the rest is inside your pillow. So that's the side that you don't get to see. So this is a cushion that I made. Wait, I will try to zoom you out a bit. So I made it with different, whoops, and there you go, fainting. I made it with different squares and rectangles that I made in the Tunisian stitch, and I just put them together. It's really frayed already because it's an old cushion that I made, but you get the point. So you can put them together and make pillowcases. So that's why I love this technique so much. Also, wait, I will pull you down again. I put on a white towel on my tablecloth so that I wouldn't distract you too much with all this. So you can also, so you have these special large hooks. Today I'm gonna work with this one for the sake of the video. So you get these special Tunisian hooks. You can also get hooks like this, which have, let me show you. So this is also a Tunisian crochet hook, but these have got like these nylon strings and stoppers. So this is something that's especially for making larger projects like blankets and everything. So this is another stitch. This is not a stitch that I will show you today. Today I'm going to show you the simple stitch. I don't even know what this stitch is called like, but I thought it was beautiful. I learned this on a video. I will put the link from the video in the description so that you can go see for yourself if this is a stitch that you also want to learn. It's yellow because I want to make a yellow blanket. So this is the set that I got from Knit Pro. Here you can see interchangeable Afghan Tunisian crochet hook set. So you've got all types, sizes of hooks, and you've got nylon strings and stoppers, and yeah. So that's what I like to use for larger projects. For this, it's just to make a cushion, so I'm gonna do the same technique, make different patches and then just put them together. So but we are going to start with a large hook, because that's something that I used to say to every beginner. If you're a beginner, it's, well, that's my personal experience. it's best that you start with a large hook and a larger type of skein of wool. So, and best to take a light color so that you can see your stitches very well. And as you learn and you progress and you get more comfortable doing it, you can go smaller and smaller. But to start learning, I would recommend this large hook, larger size of wool. This one is also a very special type. It's like more like a cord that I'm using, because I found that if you start with like I don't know if I can show you this, but if you start with wool that is like easy to open up, sometimes it can be frustrating if you're not really used to crocheting. So we start with first off, so this is recommending a size 8. I suggest you always go up a few sizes. So when you've got wool that is size 8, then you go up 2 sizes, for example, and then you've got a size 10. That makes it so that your fabric is not as dense, because Tunisian crochet fabric is always really dense, especially when you do the simple stitch. For other stitches like this, it's not really the case, but that's also because I'm using a hook size. For this one, I'm using hook size 8. So, and I guess this wool is for hook size 6 or something, or maybe less, even 4. So this makes it a very airy type of texture. But for the simple stitch, it's best that you use a hook that is at least 2 sizes up. So, with that said, let's start. Making a slip knot. That's always the start of everything, isn't it? That's the way I do it. So again, I cross it over my fingers, I pull this off, keeping this, and then I put this through there, through that loop. That's how I make my slip knots. I find it the easiest way, but of course there are many different ways that people make slip knots. So I'm gonna keep a longer string so that in the end I can weave it in properly. So we are going to put this loop on the hook, of course. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, very good. You see, that's what you get if you want me to teach you something. I'm not the best teacher. I never said I was, but I do want to show you guys, because oh, once you get the hang of this, you are going to have so much fun, I'm sure. So, okay, now I've got the correct size of my wool, because I want to start in the center of the wool. So, yeah. Anyways, easy beginning. Slip knot. There you go. Don't pull it too tight, and don't make your stitches too tight, because that can make it difficult for you when you move on, I mean. So we're going to make a chain. Like, this is the thing that is like in regular crochet. When you want to do a bigger project, you just do a chain. So we are going to make a chain of 15 stitches. So yarn over, pull through, 1 stitch, yarn over, pull through, 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, with regular crochet, you would start with the right side of the chain, so that means where you have all the V shapes. But for Tunisian crochet, if you want to have a beautiful, like a beautiful edge, it's best that you turn the chain around and you pick up the loops through the back loops of your chain. So let me make myself clear. You see these bulbs here, those are the back loops. So that is where you're going to stick your hook in, and you go. Yeah, I have to help a bit because I've made it too tight. So you yarn over, pull up a loop, and these loops you are going to keep on your needle. So I'm going to do it just like this because that's why tension is very important, Lenka. I know. Look, I'm struggling already. See what kind of teacher I am. Anyways. So you can pull up the back loop a little bit. I do it. It makes my life more easy. Yeah. You've got people who can do this, like you see them going in the back loops like there's no tomorrow, like la 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 la, and I'm like struggling here. Story of my life. Where's the darn back loop? Here it is. There you go. I just pull them up with my fingers because by now you will see that I'm not. That's always part of crochet where I struggle. My tension is way too hard. Ooh, la 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 la. Okay. So if you want to learn how to Tunisian crochet, you might as well watch some other videos instead of watching me struggle. Oh my god, I'm sweating. It's 31 degrees here in Belgium. Ugh. Well, not yet, but that's what a degree Celsius, huh? Otherwise, so still going through the back loops. Hope that makes sense. So like this is the right side, this is the other side, this is the back loop. So still going through the back loops. You can of course do it in the front loop, but you will see that your edge looks different then. It doesn't really matter that much, but for me, I like to do it the way I was taught on YouTube. Yeah. So if it's okay, we should have 15 stitches now. Please, or Lord, make this 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, because the last stitch is always the most difficult one to go through, but you can't forget it because it's muy importante. So now you've got all your loops on your hook. What you're going to do is, like in crochet, when you want to turn your work, you always do an extra stitch. Well, here you just do it by going through one loop. So you yarn over and you pull up a loop, so you go through one loop. But then for the rest of the row, you yarn over and you go through 2 loops. Right. This, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, 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 last 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, until you've got 1 loop left on your hook. So now for the second row, so it's always a 2-row repeat. So you skip this one because that's your first stitch. You yarn no, you don't yarn over. Oh, sorry. So if you can see, all you have here are like these vertical bars. So that is where you're going to stick your hook underneath. So you skip the first one. You put your hook under that vertical bar. You yarn over and pull up a loop. And you keep that loop on your hook. So next, we'll lay it down so maybe that's easier to follow. The vertical bars that you see, go underneath, yarn over, pull up a loop. Underneath it, yarn over, pull up a loop. Underneath, yarn over, pull up a loop. And you continue to do so for the rest of the row. It does tend to curl a little bit, but don't worry about that. It's very normal and sometimes really annoying, I know, but so you go. Don't forget in the end to see, like here you have got 1 vertical bar, you go underneath, and then you've got 1 here, so that's your last stitch. Don't forget that one, because so there you go. Now that's your first row finished. Well, actually your second row, because it's a 2-row repeat. Now you go back from left to right, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, until you've got 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through 2. So you see the vertical bars here, so that's where you will put your needle underneath. Yeah, my tension was a bit too much because it, as you can see, but the edge here is because I went into the back of the stitch and not the front, so then you get this beautiful edge here. So to return, don't forget, don't use this one, just go under the second one, go underneath the bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, and keep the loops on your hook. So you've got the vertical bar here, go under, like you see those here, for example, go under, go under, yarn over, pull up a loop, under, yarn over, pull up a loop, under, yarn over, pull up a loop, and don't forget your last stitch. There you go. So it's starting to look like something like woven. So then we go back, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, you repeat this until you have 2 left on your hook. You yarn over, you pull through, you've got 1 loop left. So now we return. So don't go into this one, but go into the second one, the vertical. See all those vertical bars? Go under there, yarn over, pull up a loop, and keep the loops on your hook. Once you get the hang of this, this is actually a very, it's like meditation, because you don't have to count, you just have to crochet, and that's what I like very much about Tunisian crochet. So the next one is here. Don't forget this one, because otherwise you will lose a stitch. And there you go. So now we count just to show you that we should have 15 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So correct, we've still have got our 15 stitches. I will go back once again and just show you. So yarn over, so always the first stitch you do 1, and then the rest of the row it's always through 2 loops. Two left, yarn over, pull through, 1 loop left on the hook, vertical bars, that's where you want to go. You skip the first one, you go underneath the second one with your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, go underneath the bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, underneath that bar there, yarn over, pull up a loop, so this is almost the last one. This is your last one, never forget that one. Go, and there you go. So pretty neat, huh? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're still en route, everything is okay. So there you have it. That's how you Tunisian crochet. So I hope you understood what I was trying to explain to you. But it's a very beautiful, and this is the back side, so this looks like knitting, and this is the front side. It's awesome to make like dishcloths and yeah, blankets also, but this is very dense. So scarves, it's a very beautiful technique to make scarves. But you always have to think about the fact that for the simple stitch, this will be your front and this will be your back. Of course, if you want to change it up and you say like, okay, I want this 4 rows to look like that, but then I want this look for the next 4 rows, that's actually completely possible. Then you have to wait until you've got your last... no, it's not possible. Yeah, it's possible, but then you have got to have... there are hooks where you have 2 of these hooks. So instead of a stopper, you've got 2 of those hooks. So you've got one on the left and one on the right. And then it would be possible to turn your work over. I had a hook like that. Okay, like this. So if you understand what I mean. And then you could change up the look and just turn it over. Is it possible? I don't know. I just want to find out now. Like, I don't want to be talking complete bullocks. let me just... Yeah, no, it's not possible. Where would I put my I don't know. Wait. Let me just try. So, whoops. Okay. Experiments. Experimento. Tu no tu tu no ta ta yatta ti yatta ta yatta ta yatta ta yatta ta. Now I'm very curious how we could be able to pull that off. So you've got one loop. Let's just say that I want to have a different look on this side. Nah, sorry, no can do. This does not compute. See? I'm really stupid. But anyways, so this is a simple stitch. But there are other stitches, many other stitches possible for Tunisian crochet. So do some research on YouTube. You will find lots of things that you can do with Tunisian crochet, like blankets and hair bands and what's it called? I don't know. Yeah, much possibilities. So just finishing up this row. Whoop, where are you going? Oops. And the last stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is the look. Now I want to show you the other work and explain to you a little bit why this is more difficult. So first of all, this is variegated yarn, so if you want to see your vertical bars, might be a little more tricky, and of course the stitches are smaller, so you have to be careful that you don't skip vertical bars, which I sometimes tend to do, and then I have to rip off whole rows. Okay, while doing this, I just want to talk to you guys about the Google form. So apparently there was I did something wrong with the settings, so that everyone could see other people's info, which I'm terribly sorry about. That was not my intent. I'm so very new to Google Forms, so I made a mistake somewhere, but it's rectified by now, so no one can see your info except for me. And the only thing I use it for is to be able to give you your prize in the end. Oops, I did something wrong there. What did I do? See what I mean? It's very okay, let's go back. So don't worry, that matter is solved. Now if you fill it in, you get an email afterwards, and there you will only see your own details. So yeah, I'm so sorry, that was totally not my intent. Also, I was asked the question if a work really has to be licensed, and I find it a very difficult question, because for me personally, I'm really not okay with stolen artwork. But I do understand that not everybody is able to buy expensive diamond paintings. So they turn to more sites of especially Chinese companies, or maybe sometimes Amazon. And that's why I said, well, if you're okay with it, who am I to be... I don't like to tell people that they cannot enter, but you must be aware of the fact that if it's not a licensed piece, I will not be able to show it on the channel. And yeah, some people might not care, but I do care, and I just want to protect my channel and the content. Not that I'm monetized or something, but even then, I don't know if I could get a strike, but I just want to avoid that. And also, I realize how many work artists put in their work, so yeah. What was I going to say? Was there something else? I don't know. But anyways, I do appreciate people who have joined already. And if you were afraid to join because of the fact that all the info was visible, that is now in the past. So please, 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 please fill in the form. I will repost it here in the description. And yeah, I ordered 2 diamond art clubs, and I did an express order, so normally they should be here this week, so I'm very excited. So I will put up a video about those. I don't know if I will be able to do it after work because of feeling tired, but I will do my best. Then on Friday I want to do whip and chat. On Saturday, I will be going to my niece's wedding with my kids, so we will take the train. So that will be a day where I'm not able to film or post anything, but I want to do the first video of the event for the first week. I would want to do it on Sunday. So that's the planning. Like, do you see what I'm doing here? Like, here are the vertical bars. They're not really that visible because that's variegated yarn, but you can see them. So that's where I put my needle underneath and then yarn over and pull up a loop. So I do have to push them sometimes with my fingers just to make sure that I'm in the right spot. And that's the trouble with variegated yarn, that it's not always easy to see, but I do love this so much. So that was a video on Tunisian crochet. I hope you liked it. I hope it was clear enough for you to follow. If you have any more questions about that, feel free to email me or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. And now I think I'm going to leave this be and just go diamond paint a little more, because oh my god, the dragon mask is just such a wonderful paint to diamond paint. Oh, it's heavenly. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.